a second. I know the rules. I know the rules. I know the rules. Cool. So we up. Awesome. All right. What's up, everybody? First of all, happy Sunday fun day, or whatever you guys are doing today. Hope everybody is staying safe, staying hydrated, especially this week because it's definitely gonna get hot this week. So yeah, this is my second channel that I put up. This one is not like AFMB Pictures. AFMB Pictures is more dedicated towards, my projects, horror film projects, horror related stuff like that. This one is a little different. This channel is dedicated more towards motivation, inspiration, positive energy, because I feel like a lot of us could use a lot more of that. So, yeah, here we go. Time to spread a little bit of motivation. Where to start? I picked a few topics. Sorry, my mind's going blank right now, but yeah. So, positive energy. I feel like a lot of us don't surround ourselves with enough positive energy in our lives. I mean, a lot of us feel that we're surrounded. A lot of us would like to feel that we're surrounded by positive energy, but negativity can easily disguise itself as positive energy. Whether it be the people that you hang out with, your environment, whether it's your friend environment, your work environment, whatever. Um, yeah, like I said, negativity is it's very easy for negativity to disguise itself as positivity. Just like a narcissist can disguise themselves as an empath. So instinct, know how to just know in your gut, like you feel positive energy. It doesn't matter how much the fakeness tries to disguise itself. You just know when it's there. So when it's there, embrace that, man, because a lot of us don't have that. I know plenty of people that, and I tell them all the time, it's like, you going through this, you're feeling this way because you surrounding yourself with the wrong type of energy, maybe the wrong type of people. You know what I'm saying? And just try your best to just stay with the people that's going to lift you. I'll say that. Stay with people that are going to lift you up. People that tell you no matter what it is you want to do, you want to be an architect, you want to go back to school, you want to be a filmmaker, whatever. Surround yourself with people that are going to give it to you real. They're not going to coddle you, but they're not going to belittle whatever it is that you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like they're going to tell you like, hey, this journey might be hard, but you look like you really want to do this. So do it. Get out there and do it. If you want something, you gotta go for it. You gotta take the things you want. You earn what you take. Always earn what you take, man. Um, but yeah, that's really what it's about, man. Just be with the right people, be in the right type of environment, be with the right type of energy. If you want to be a winner, surround yourself with people that are winning. If you want to be if you want to go back to school, talk to some people that are either currently in school or they've been through it. They can coach you through that. You want to be a photographer, talk to photographers. You want to be financially successful, you need to talk to financially successful people. You need some unbiased opinions. Get unbiased opinions. And the best unbiased opinions you could ever get are the unbiased opinions, the opinions that you get from people that you barely know. Talk to some strangers. Seriously, get out there and talk to some strangers, man. Really. Go out there and socialize. Go to a bar, go to a library, go anywhere. Anywhere where you can socialize and mingle. You can do that at the gym. Go to the gym and just socialize with people. You trying to get in shape. Where's the best place to go? Go to a gym. Go up to somebody that's in top notch shape, or at least they look like they in the best physical shape that they can be in, and just talk to them. Ask them like, hey man, how did you get here? Because I want to get to where you at right now. Bet money 9 times out of 10 they'll probably tell you. They'll let you know. They'll fill you in because most people that have become the best version of themselves, they probably want to help other people become the best versions of themselves too. That's just what your average decent person would want to do. Right now, I'm working on becoming the best version of myself, and I'm also trying to help the people in my life be the best versions of themselves too. Man, it doesn't matter. Any of my friends will tell you that if they tell me like, hey, if they want to do something, whatever they want to do, they know me. They know that I'm gonna support them. As long as what you want to do is, if it's safe for you, if it's gonna benefit you, if this is something that you feel is gonna get you one step closer to just fulfilling yourself and just being the best version of yourself, yes, I'm definitely gonna encourage you. I'm even gonna try to help you, give you some pointers if I can. I don't know everything, but I know a lot of what not to do because I've made a lot of mistakes. We've all made a lot of mistakes. Those are other people that you want to talk to. Talk to people that have made mistakes. Talk to people that have lived, like, that have had like trouble past, or they've messed up before in the past. They've made some regretful decisions. Talk to them. They're not gonna. They don't know everything, but knowing what not to. Sometimes knowing what not to do is better than knowing damn near everything. It is. Because you can teach people like, hey, don't make the same mistakes I made. Don't do what I did. Don't trade places with what I done been through. Those are the type of people. Those are the type of people that I love talking to. And 9 times out of 10, you're gonna find that out of people that have lived longer than you. If you young, talk to some older people. If you older, talk to some older people. Talk to people that are older than you. People that have lived more than you. I love talking to people older than me. I absolutely love it. I have learned the most. I was raised by old heads, as we call them here. I was raised by older people, and they taught me so much of what not to do. They kept me out of trouble. They always say, hey, get your education, man. Educate yourself. No matter how old you are, educate yourself. It does not matter how old you are. Every day is an opportunity to learn something new. They always say you only live once. Nah, man, you live every day. You only die once. So before God comes and punches your ticket, man, get out there and learn some new stuff. Get out there and do some new stuff, man. For real. Just enjoy the now. Embrace the now. Don't worry about the future, but worry about the future. If that makes sense. I'll try to break that down. Don't overthink the future. Don't worry about what's going to happen tomorrow. What's going to happen tomorrow. Know that the future is coming, but don't trip over it. Because if you trip too hard over the future, you're going to stumble and you're going to forget, hey, you got a gift right now. And that gift is called the present. That's why it's called the present, because it's a gift. It's today. It was tomorrow. But guess what? You made it to tomorrow, and now it's today. Guess what? That's a present. That's a gift. That is a great gift right there, man. Every day above ground is a good day, right? No matter what you're going through, man. Live each day. You live every day. You die once. So before you die, don't forget to live. I know we living in a world where cost of living is through the roof, and you know what I mean? So there's some people out there that are, yeah, they live in paycheck to paycheck. It sucks. It really does. But I guarantee you, those people that are living check to check, they don't forget, hey, take a little bit of time to just live, breathe. As long as you're not tripping when the rent's due, your lights is still on, you got a roof over your head, your kids got clothes on their back, food in their belly. That's if you got a family. If not, you got clothes on your back, food in your belly. You're doing all right. You're doing all right. Who was it that said, even on your worst day, you living like somebody on their greatest? You are. Seriously, you really are. You think you got it bad, there's always people out there that have it worse. And you know what's crazy? I have met so many people in the past few months that are literally, they are going through the ringer, as I call it. They're going through the ringer of life. Life has dealt them so many bad hands, but let me tell you something, man. They never have a frown on their face. And man, I damn near envy that. That's where I want to be. I want to get there. I want to get to that point where like the bad days don't bother me. You know what that is? That is an example of contentment. And contentment to me is better than happiness. Happiness is a luxury to me. Yes, be happy, love yourself. But just know that happiness does not last 24/7. You're going to have periods where you're in your head, and that's okay. You're going to have periods of anxiety, and that's okay. You're going to have periods of depression and maybe even self doubt or, God forbid, self hatred, but that's okay because those feelings do not last forever. Remember, nothing lasts forever. That goes for bad feelings. That goes for intrusive thoughts. That goes for periods where you're in your head. It doesn't last forever. Now, I'm telling you because I'm trying to get to that point. Like I said, I'm not perfect, so I'm not the guru to go to, but I'm trying to get to that point, bro. I really am. To that point where it's okay to not be okay. I feel I'm close. Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. You know, if you would ask me, hey, Eric, do you feel like you're a good person? I can honestly, I don't know. I don't know. But I know I'm not bad, proverbially bad, but I know that I'm trying to be the best version of myself that I can be. And that's all that you have to be. That's all we should ever try to be. You know? And forget good and bad, because no matter how much good you're doing, you're always going to be doing bad in somebody else's eyes. That's just something you got to deal with. We are all villains in somebody's story. You're going to have people out there that they feel like you either did them wrong, or you're talking about something that they don't agree with. That's enough right there. Just disagreements of like difference in opinion is enough to make somebody hate someone nowadays. Just know that. It's sad, but it's a reality. But just be the best version of yourself. Just try to be better than what you were yesterday. If you were if you were okay yesterday, be good today. And if you're good today, try to be great tomorrow. Think about being great tomorrow. Baby steps. It's just little baby steps you got to take in life, man. Little bit them little baby steps matter. A lot of us try to run before we even walk. I'm like, some of us are still crawling. Like, dude, I'm still crawling, and I have periods where like I'm trying to run. I'm trying to get to the finish line overnight. You can't do that. And I tell myself that every day. I can't get perfect overnight, but I can damn sure keep trying to. Another way to get to that: love yourself. Take a few minutes and go in front of the mirror and just look at yourself and say, you know what? I'm all right. I'm okay. Even if I'm not okay, I'm still okay. You know what I mean? Even if I'm not okay, I'm still okay. Hold on. Even if I'm not okay, I'm still okay. You might have a period where you're crying. Let that cry out. Crying is healthy. Crying is one of the most healthy things. Holding in tears is not healthy. Holding in a negative emotion, that's not healthy. You got to cry, cry. But at the end of the day, wipe your tears and tell yourself, hey, I made it through that. I'm one step closer to finishing my story. So keep writing it. What story? The story is your life. Your life is your story. How your story ends is, I mean, we all know how our stories end. So let me rephrase that. How your story concludes is on you. How your last chapter is. Your last chapter is on you. You know how it's going to end. But at least you can say, I live my life and I can close this book. I can close my life knowing that I made peace with my life and I made peace with everyone in it. I have no regrets. I have no what if scenarios, nothing. I did everything that was intended for me to do. Now I can finally rest. Watch the sunrise or watch the sunset and just rest. Love yourself, man. Because if you don't love yourself, how can anybody else love you? It's like seeing a negative person that wonders why nobody wants to be around them. Of course, nobody wants to be around a negative person because they're always thinking the worst. Even when they surround yourself, even when they're surrounded by people that are trying to lift them. Because I try my best to lift people. I try my best to tell people, like, you're all right. It's going to be okay. You know what I mean? Like, hey, you're going to be all right. You ain't no bad person. You just trying your best. You just doing the best that you can. So keep doing the best that you can. I personally feel that you're a good person. You know what I mean? You know, just tell people. I try telling people that stuff, man. Because I can always tell when people don't hear enough positive, you know, outvoicing or whatever. They don't hear enough positive words. You know, if a pretty girl doesn't feel that she's pretty. I'm like, there are more ways to being pretty than just outside. I've seen beautiful people with ugly souls. I've seen it. I've seen it be just the best looking men and women with just horrible, sometimes narcissistic personalities. And once I see that, if you're like me, that outside stuff, it goes out the window. That outer beauty means nothing if you are not a good person. If you are not genuine. If you're like that on the inside, if you're just ugly on the inside, it's gonna show on the outside because it just doesn't matter how nice you smile, how passive aggressively friendly you are. It's just people are going to see through it. That's why if you ever heard somebody say, hey man, I see right through you, tell yourself that. Like, okay, well, what do they mean by that? Look at yourself and really say, hey, maybe I'm lying to myself about something. Because you lie to yourself before you lie to other people. You really do. When you lie to yourself, you might as well try to lie to anybody else, because now it's just in here and you got to live with that. You know, be honest with yourself. Love yourself. Take some time and tell yourself, hey, man, I did good today. It doesn't matter how small the accomplishment is. Love yourself. Love your accomplishments. Love the fact that you got this far in your journey. Embrace that. Because none of us, if you watch this, if you listen to this, you know that your story ain't over. You ain't even came close to finishing it. You still writing that stuff. So, hey, embrace the fact that you got this far. I'm 38 years old. And this year, I've done so much. And I'm going to do more. I'm going to keep doing more. Because that's just me. And I feel like that should be every one of you. You're not going to get to the finish line overnight, like I said before. But take some time and just appreciate how far you've come. Because that matters. That's why, you know, my mom would always tell me, with each paycheck, treat yourself. Treat yourself to something. Whether it be a piece of candy, or treat yourself to a new outfit, or treat yourself to a drink, or go out to dinner or something like that. You know, treat yourself to dinner. Just treat yourself. Because you are patting yourself on the back for the hard work that you've done. You know what I mean? And that means something. That really does. So just embrace it. Embrace the now. Don't worry about the past. It doesn't matter who you were. It's about who you are and who you want to be. A lot of us live in the past. A lot of us. And even me, I'm guilty of it. I mean, I've done things in the past. I've made mistakes in the past. And every now and again, and things will happen that'll sometimes trigger my past self. You know, and it just happens. Hold on. Sorry about that. Yeah, things happen that sometimes trigger a past trauma. Something happened to you in the past that you think you're over it. But yeah, I get it. All it takes is one little thing to just trigger what was, to trigger the memory of what was, who you were. And the hardest thing about that is you have to tell yourself, you have to get back up, pick yourself back up, and tell yourself, hey, that's who I was. It's not who I am now, and I don't plan on going back to that. The past is there, you can't erase it. You can't run from it. You can't erase it. You can't get rid of it, and you can't run from it. So, what's the last option? Learn from it. Every now and again, we have to go back to our past self to study, research purposes, study who you were, and it'll make it easier for you who you are, and it'll also make it easier for you on your journey of becoming who you want to be. Now that I know what I want to be, that's not what I'm going to do. Easier said than done, but the things that are necessary for us to do aren't easy. You know, you want to be a winner. Winning is not easy. You want to be financially successful. It's not easy. You're going to have to work. You want a certain status in life. Like, you have to work for it. You want to finish school. Obviously, you're going to have to work. You're going to have to work. I mean, you don't hand out bachelor's and master's degrees. I mean, as far as I know, they don't. I mean, hey, once again, I can't speak too much on that. I was a college dropout, but I didn't not learn anything. I learned more in college than I did ever anywhere else. I mean, that's one thing I can say. College will definitely teach you about life. It will. Because college is not afraid to tell you whether or not you belong there. And it was not afraid to tell me, hey, Eric, you don't belong here. You gave it the college try, but this isn't for you. And that's okay. We're not good at everything. Nobody's good at everything. If we were all good at the same thing, we would be boring people and none of us would probably get along. It would just be one big competition. I mean, life's a competition as it is in a lot of areas because no matter what you're doing, you're going to have other people that are trying to do the same thing as you. Right now, I'm a filmmaker. And that's a big pond. That is an ocean. Like, I am a small fish in an ocean of other fish, sharks, guppies, whales, whatever you want to call it. Just, it's a huge fish. And I know that. But I love doing it. I love what I do because I love creating things. I love entertaining people. And when you love doing something, you know that for a while you're going to have to do it for free. You're going to have to do it for free for a long time. If you love painting, you're going to have to do it for free for a long time because recognition and word of mouth, that don't pay. It doesn't. It has a good payoff, but it doesn't always necessarily pay. But I do it because I love it. You know, you paint because you love it. You're a jogger or you're into fitness because you love it. It's something that you love. It makes you happy when you do it. It's safe, it's healthy, you love doing it. So keep doing it. It doesn't matter what it is. But you'll never get it if you keep living in the past. And a lot of us were all guilty of doing it temporarily. Some people unfortunately live there permanently, and it's a hard hole to dig them out of. You know, they've been tossed so many lifelines, but they just want to keep going back. Keep going back. Keep going back. No, man, dude, your road is this way, not that way. What's back there? That there ain't nothing for you back there. You want to go back and study for some research purposes, yes, but don't pack your bag and go back. Pack your bags, load up, and keep moving forward. Self-love. Forget who you were. Focus on who you are. And then prepare for who you're about to be. And know who you want to be. Know what you want to be. That's what it's about, man. We're all trying to finish our story. We all got a story that we got to finish. So finish it. But don't sweat it so much. You know? So on that note, this was a little short intro, like I said, but yeah, I'm gonna draw this to a conclusion. Once again, happy Sunday. You know, you made it to another day. Most of us is going back to work in the week, and we gotta get through that 5 days or 6 days or how many, you know, just work through it. And on that last day, treat yourself. Look at yourself in the mirror and say, you know what? I made it. As a matter of fact, do that every day you wake up. Every day you wake up, just go look at yourself in the mirror and say, you know what? I made it. I made it to another day. Live each day. Because you only die once. With that being said, I hope everybody has a very, very blessed day. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay hydrated, stay motivated.